So the only thing left to do is to crank over the engine, gearheads, and welcome to Lugnutz.
Recorded 29 January 2023. GM's V8 Visions. The R8, the RX Vision. Dacia news. Dacia Sandero. The WRX and more. Thank you for joining us this week.
Drive on Lugnutz.
Right on over here. Facebook.com/Lugnutz podcast. That's where you're going to find all of our polished content popping up religiously throughout the weeks. A lot like being religious about our first story.
GM's thinking of the future, and they're going to build the 6th generation small block V8.
Okay.
And they're working on another one as well. So they're investing $854 million in small block engines. Because let's face it, we're going to need them for a while.
Yeah, you will. I mean, it's like it's not like when you go electric that all gas engines are going to just evaporate.
No.
You're going to need replacement parts and different stuff like that.
And for now, this is what we got.
Okay, fair enough. Good for you, GM.
What else we got? Maserati is celebrating 75 years of glorious grand racing with a limited edition Maserati Gran Turismo Prima Series. This is it right up here. I think they have photos below. Yes, they do. Fantastic. 2 configurations based on the Gran Turismo Trafiro. Whatever. Wow, that's an amazing looking front end. They're beautiful cars to look at. They really are. Anyway. The other is Maserati's Racing Heritage, and it's finished with Grigo Lamaria Mate with contrasting red detail. And the other is for the love of God. The other's green. Something with green.
There you go.
Something Italian with green. Hey. 75. Oh, you also get badges. Little red contrast in there. 550 horsepower, 479 torques. And another trim level with 589 horsepower and 442 torques. But get them while they last. There's only going to be 75 for the entire world.
Okay.
It's a nice looking car.
Not bad.
Most Maseratis are.
Nice looking seats.
Fantastic looking all over. No other details of what they're cooking up, but we can swing on over to this next story. In 2015, they unveiled at the Tokyo Motor Show what was a vision of the future of Mazda. Hopes that one day to make a reality, and yet they are with the RX Vision, but only in Japan and 1/18th scale.
So you're not very confident.
No, they're selling it. It's just,
not very confidently.
Not what you thought it was going to be. The cost will be 69,500 yen, which is about $535. But only for Japan. It's 14 inches long, 8 inches wide, and 5.7 inches tall.
So it's not going to get you to the grocery store.
No, unless you're very small and you're going to have to bring your own car.
That's assuming that it's working.
Only 30 units will be sold, and just for Japan.
I'm starting to think this is just a model.
It is. It's just a model.
Oh, okay.
It would be great if they did it in real life, but
I didn't ask for a 9-inch pianist.
yeah. But you did ask, what's Audi cooking up in Skunk Works? Over in Audi Skunk Works, they got some super plans on their hand. They've been developing a new architecture, the PPE architecture, Premium Platform Electric Architecture.
Okay.
So they have plans that they can make a super saloon luxury off-road SUV by 2027.
Did somebody bet him?
It kind of seems like it with that name. That's a really wordy name. A super saloon.
I bet you can't do it.
SUV.
I can.
Well, they're going to add departure angles and better ground clearance. The Audi Skunk Works is in the development of a blend of a coupe and a hatchback.
I hope they find a better name.
I thought we already had that.
Skunk Works is not a good name.
That's just what they call. That's what they call it. That's not the name of the car. That's their research division. You understand?
You still need to change that.
It's slang. It's not. It's slang.
It stinks. I got a button for that. No. Hang on. There you go.
Well, we can go on to the next story. Subscriptions aside, BMW's got a new M3 CS working for you for 2024. 3-liter turbocharged inline-six, 453 horsepower, and 479 foot-pounds of torque. 0 to 60, 3.2 seconds. Carbon fiber bits all over. Carbon fiber reinforced plastic.
Okay.
Okie doke.
Probably lightweight.
Using it in the splitter, the roof, the front end, the air intakes, the mirror caps, the rear diffusers, and bits on the inside. And the spoiler. Starting price $119,695 plus subscriptions. If you want to sit in your seat, subscription, radio, subscription.
Oh, let me open the glove box. Subscription.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe below.
And subscribe. Yeah. Most importantly.
Yeah. But Dacia has something to say about this. Dacia has something to say about BMW's subscriber seats. Or seat warmers, which is what you would be subscribing to. Dacia has a freebie at UK dealers. You're going to want to get this one. Here it is above. It's a water bottle.
Okay.
Dacia says
odd.
they are famed for offering simplicity and will avoid these cash grabs, allowing customers to access everything without having to worry about a paywall. Hot water bottles will be available at local Dacia dealerships in London, Manchester, Seasweed, Swansweed, whatever your name is, from 1 to 2 and from 9 to 4 p.m.
Okay.
Get your free water bottles now. I think they're free.
A Dacia water bottle.
Yeah. They're making fun of BMW, and you know what? I like it.
Okay.
Just like you might like this next one. Genesis is coming. It's coming for Bentley with a brand new convertible. Here it is. Doesn't it look lovely? Let's see if we have more pictures below. Turning last year's X convertible concept, I think it's not a bad-looking convertible.
Looks like it should be in a Tom Cruise movie.
Rumor is they're going into flagship production. So they're going to start to produce this pretty soon. So you're going to have a brand new convertible. And they say that the convertible is apparently all the rage with the rich people.
Yeah, it's always been.
Well, it hasn't for a while, but it's apparently coming back.
Like the 80s.
Yeah. Genesis wants to compete with Bentley. Good luck.
Okay.
We can slide on over to someone who's already in the luxury market. Swinging on back to a place in history, Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren Sterling Moss Edition is up for auction at RM Sotheby's in Paris, January 31st to February 8th. Only 75 were made. This one has 93 miles on the odometer, 300 SLR, driven to victory by Sterling Moss and co-driver Dennis Jenkins in 1955, and they got a Sterling Moss edition to celebrate it. And this one is going up for auction. Grab it while you can.
Absolutely.
I think it's not a bad-looking car.
It's absolutely hideous and stupid looking, but I mean,
It's California
good for them.
car. Good for. It wouldn't do good this time of year.
It looks like a speed racer concept. It just
That's where they got the idea.
Yeah, it just looks retarded. Oh, I can't say that word. So it looks different.
It's very different.
Sure.
But here's a different recall that you might not have heard of before. Subaru is recalling 4,600 2022 WRX models. Your manual has incorrect information in it. It's highly sensitive. Has to do with the adjustable high beams.
I mean, you could be blinding somebody else.
Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards demand that they change your manual.
Look, most people just drive around with their high beams on anyway. So, I mean,
some people.
You might have to just make sure you go in there if you're one of those jackasses with a Subaru.
Once you have automatic high beams, it's kind of like the Showtime grill. You just set it
and forget it.
See, even you people at home,
Ron Popeil.
Yeah, play the home game and fill it in. So, careful to check your manuals.
Yeah,
apparently
that's what you want to be.
But only 4,600, so I guess they got the rest right.
Now, if you're
last batch, just print it off.
If you're driving this car, that's what you're worried about. You're worried about your manual.
I could almost guarantee you that these people have probably hardly ever cracked their manual.
Nobody,
hardly anyone cracks the manual.
To the point to where when I was at a dealership, people would ask me, "Hey, what happened to the manual? You didn't want it. Now you can't have it, and you want it." But we wanted you to hop on over here to Facebook.com/Lugnutz Podcast. And that's where you're going to find all of our polished content. We are going to be part of the Great Media Comic-Con coming May 20th. So we want to see you there. Make sure you hop on over to Free Trade Entertainment on the Facebooks and find all of the great stars and vendors that are going to be coming. So we end this podcast off none other than because it doesn't matter if you drive a Dacia or a Alfa Romeo. Nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week, gang. Drive on!
Zensiac has become the full owner of Volvo Cars. There's two different Volvos. There's Volvo Cars and Volvo Industrial. So, Hyundai is going to invest $8.5 billion in the EV development in the U.S. because they want that tax credit. And Mercedes, as we suspected, has become the first certified Level 3 autonomous driving car company in the United States. Congrats. Thank you for joining us.
Until next week, Wall Jangers, drive on!
Well, they didn't want you to know they wanted it. But
I wanted that manual. I might have read it.
Might have.
Okay.
Might have licked my ass. Well, might want to cut cut that lick ass. Like I'm in the bloopers or something. Now that I was thinking, that's not a great transition.
I want to lick my ass onto this next story.
Well, that is Subaru, and that brings us to the end of the show.
Right on over here to facebook.com/the Lugnutz podcast. But it brings, God damn it, motherfucker. Hang on.
Podcast. Podcast. Motherfucker. That's not the name of the podcast.
No, it's not.
Hey, there we are.
No. Hang on. God damn it. You know what? I'm gone.
You just like grab it and just grab
it. Yet another end credit. I was just at Orochi Pro Wrestling in the country of Jersey, which was an amazing event. They're having another one on March 25th, which I am going to do the commentating for.
That's great.
So I'm going to be a wrestling commentator to add another feather onto my cap. But automotively, you did something with the F1 and led to some rather hilarious results when it came to F2.
Yeah, that first race last year, the tires were all off in the pits.
And it wasn't just one. It was multiple.
Yeah, within like 2 minutes. So what are the odds?
That's the glory of the F racing. The F apparently is for fuck it. Wow. But we want you to say fuck it. Hit that like and comment button below. Right above my head is going to be the very best and only Purge Hangers and Wall Hangers video for you. Right above Big Brother said, well, that's going to be every single Lugnutz podcast and a playlist. And right here, that's where we want you to subscribe. And until next week, we want you to listen to our main man, Connor.
Drive on Lugnutz.
We'll see you then. Bye-bye.